Hey everyone, it's Mark Schultz here with Digital Aircraft, and I'm very excited to continue to have some interviews here at the MRO Americas 2023 in Atlanta. And I'm here today with Spirit AeroSystems, and I wanted to make an introduction. Could you tell everybody your name and what do you do, basically, first of all, please?
Yeah, I'm Kailash Krishnaswamy. Been with Spirit about 6 years now, but I currently run the aftermarket business at Spirit. So Spirit essentially goes to market in three different divisions: commercial, military, and aftermarket, and I run the aftermarket business.
Perfect, good. So I think many times people need to better understand sort of that segment that you're working in. So could you just give us a little bit more information about what is the aftermarket business, please?
Yeah, so Spirit aftermarket, we go to market primarily in two ways. One is, we fulfill spares for the OEM, so, the Rolls-Royce, Collins, the Boeing, Airbus. And then we also go to the MRO route, which is the repair route. And as part of the repair organization, we essentially have airlines as our customers. And so, just globally, we have been in about, 4 different countries in the past. And over the last year and a half, we've kind of grown to be a lot closer to a lot of our international airline customers.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so last year we had done a conversation like this as well, which was really very good because it helped me learn about what they're doing and how they're growing and really what's happening with the business. And at that time, I know that you had been implementing some MROs, but could I dig in a little bit deeper so people can understand a little bit more about what you're doing? When you say you started MROs, now what do you really mean by that, first of all, specifically?
Yeah, so Spirit Legacy, we were repairing, 777 and 37 nacelles in Wichita. And then through acquisitions up to the end of, maybe 2021, we had, a Belfast operation, we had a Morocco operation, a Dallas operation, but essentially kind of doing the same things, repairing nacelles and flight control surfaces and radomes for 737s, 777s, A320s, A330s. But, it was those 4 regions, right? So maybe Americas and Belfast and a JV in Taiwan. That wasn't enough because there was a big part of Europe and Asia that was all untouched. And everything needed, and all the units or any damages from there needed to go to either the US or Belfast for repairs. So what we did in the last year is, signed up about 4 different partnerships with GMR in India, with Gamico in China, with Joramco in Jordan, and we got an FAA certificate for our Morocco facility, so that now if you look at the equator and you look at where our operations are, we really have tooling and the ability to serve the same platforms in 8 or 9 different repair centers all around the world. And so now, no airline needs to really ship any unit across the waters anymore. They can really truck their units to one of our repair centers, and we'll be there to do the work for them.
Okay, well, I'm seeing a couple things here that are important for me to understand when I'm trying to understand a business. Number one, you've actually started some MROs where you're doing, maintenance, typical MRO activity, and then you've also partnered with some MROs that exist out there to be able to support them in the execution of some of the things that you would normally do in an MRO. So you're doing both MROs and supporting MROs to be able to create a much broader maintenance activity. Okay, perfect. That's really good. I think it's exciting. I'm really glad to hear that. Now, I know that some of the challenges that we see in the industry today are focusing in a couple of other areas, like materials, the availability of materials and things. What are you doing to be able to help people in the industry to support them in the availability of materials, for example?
Yes, so Spirit has designed a lot of these products with our various acquisitions, and so for us, when it comes to material, it really goes down to aluminum plates, it really goes down to skins, it really goes down to fiber, and those materials are generally available. It's only when it comes down to engineered products that are challenging because you have suppliers that have not necessarily scaled up post-COVID. And so in many cases, what we do is keep consignment material in several different partner locations. So while we have partnered with MROs, our MRO partners are into heavy maintenance. They don't necessarily have structure repairs like the way we would do them for complex structures. And so we have materials stored in several different locations around the world such that we can access them quickly, use them in repairs rather than replace. So there are a couple of ways in which, when you see a damaged part, you can either fix it or you can throw it out and put another new part in there. We do the former, where we really fix it. And so when we fix it, because we have the material composition and so on, we're just quicker, lower cost, and, we don't really get plagued a lot by the suppliers that have had, challenges with ramping up to rates.
That's great. That's really interesting. So I'm hearing you saying that you provide MROs, you provide support to MROs, and then you not only provide materials, but you provide maintenance, support, reconstruction or rebuilding of parts and materials. So that's really interesting because you don't see as much of that. Now, I guess it's becoming, because of your manufacturing history, that a lot of that drives that. Okay. Now, I've also heard as well that you have engineering services that are available in the industry. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So on engineering services, again, it goes back to our roots as an OEM designer. I wouldn't say OEM. I should probably say the designer of a lot of the OEM aircraft. So a lot of the engineers, that work at Spirit are actually the ones that have designed, let's say, several parts of the 787 or the A350, the MAX, and so on. So that knowledge is resident and it is available to the Airbuses, the Boeings. When it comes to, engineering, let's say, we have a challenge with trying to fulfill the engineering demand in the industry overall. So our engineers are available and they do work for, the OEMs, Airbus and Boeing today. And whenever needed, they are there to support airlines also.
Yeah, very good. Well, one thing I can say to those of you watching today is that one of the things I've seen the last couple of years is really a very significant growth in your support of the maintenance and engineering component of the industry. Many years ago, I used to think, well, Spirit AeroSystems is a manufacturer and you're providing parts and materials. And unless you're very closely involved in some of the transitions that have occurred, over the last 5+ years or so, you're providing MROs, you're providing support for MROs, you're providing materials and repairs and engineering, and I think that's really important. And I'm really glad to hear that because that's an exciting contribution, to the growth and the management and the success really of the industry. What I'd like to do is I'd like to offer for people to stop by and to come by and see you here at the show. Where can they find you and how can they come and see your team?
Oh, we are at, right by banner number 3000. So here at the show, that's probably the easiest way. Spirit AeroSystems near banner, near number 3000. And there's always several people here in the booth, myself or any of my team. And I think we're all driving in the same direction, so you'll get the same story from anyone, and anybody can support you with your needs.
Well, we're a day and a half into the conference right now, and so you still have a day and a half to catch up. So get over here and have a conversation, learn how they might be able to help your business. And I appreciate you watching this today. Thanks so much for this conversation, and I wish you the best and all the people to come and see you. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Fair winds and following seas to all of you. Thanks for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing you in our next broadcast. Bye for now.